folks, TJ here. First time ever I'm going to connect my Atari TT to the World Wide Web, the internet, in a slightly different way. No, I'm not going to go browse the web and go to websites, but I'm going to do something very old-fashioned, very fun at the same time, and rekindle some love of the old bulletin board services, the BBSs. Yes, I'm still connecting to the internet technically because this is going to be doing it through Telnet. These days there's a vibrant community of bulletin board services that are out there. You wouldn't think there would be in 2025, but there is, and there's one in particular that I've been wanting to visit called Darkforce. There's an exclamation at the end of that, so you got to go, Darkforce! And it's a very popular Atari BBS. Now, to do that, you need a little bit of hardware. I'm going to generally scope over and chat a little bit about what I've done connection-wise. If any of you need to get more nitty-gritty, you're welcome to post notes down below or questions, and I'll answer them. But you do need some things. The TT030, of course, has 4 serial ports. They're a 9-pin design. I have connected with an old-fashioned but modern, because you can buy it on Amazon, a serial 9-pin to 25-pin connector, because this little device that you're probably not seeing too well because the camera's there and this is, 5 feet away, is a little device. I'll show it up closer in the future if you need to, but it's a little black number, about the size of a 25-pin connector, a little deeper. It's got a little LCD screen on here. And it is something that you have to set up in advance. So with a 9-pin female, because the ports on the back of this TT are male connections. So I had to get a female RS-232 over here to a male 25-pin serial, because this little connector called WiModem232 Pro has a 25-pin female. So I had to go from male to female, and then it needs power. So from here, a little cable connects to your typical run-of-the-mill, and it seems like everybody in the world is doing this, little 5-volt USB type of adapters that everybody in the world seems to have, from old phones to surge strips. I've got a surge strip on mine that has a number of 5-volt. Don't go over 5-volt. Don't go under 5-volt. 5-volt connection. And you can get power to this little device. It's got a little LCD so you can see what's happening. What I had to do is obviously wire things up first, so I connected it up, turned on the computer. This little device comes preset at 300 baud, which took me back to the old days, because on my first modem was an MPP 1000 Supra, a blue little number, that was for my Atari 800, and it was 300 baud. So I'm stepping back, but this does much faster than that. But to set up things, you need to be at 300 baud. So on my TT, I set the modem control panel to 300. I then downloaded on my modern computer, because I don't have a way to do that yet, a program called AnsiTerm. I found version 1.9 out there on the internets. If you're watching this and know of a newer version, because the version I grabbed, it says it's shareware, but it also says from 1992, I want my $15 if you want it to go past 30 days. I don't think they're taking money for it anymore. I think there's a version 1.91 out there. I couldn't find it. So if you know of a newer version, please let me know, because I'd like to do away with that splash screen and also be able to go past 30 days. And so anyway, I grabbed the AnsiTerm on my Mac. I have a USB floppy that can write PC floppies, and I copied that onto floppy, put it into my TT, transferred the software over, made sure everything was in the right place. There's no special install or anything for AnsiTerm, and I just put it in a directory called AnsiTerm, and I double-click on this program called ANSI190.app, which I'll do here in a moment. So anyway, connection's pretty basic. I think this cable cost me, for a 2-pack, I got a 2-pack because I'm also going to possibly connect. I don't know if my Mega STE, I haven't looked, if it's got 9-pin serial as well, but it wouldn't hurt me. For $9.99, I got 2 cables. This little Y modem cost me $59 plus shipping. I think it came to $67 total, and arrived within a week from me purchasing it or less. And it is a nifty little device, and it basically allows many old 8-bit, 16-bit computers, as long as you've got terminal application that you can install on it, be able to connect to a bulletin board service, which is really cool. So anyway, let me launch AnsiTerm, and then I'll make sure I'm focused in, because we're going to, for the first time, I had to do setup. And it took, I would say, about an hour, not because it's rocket science, but I've never done it before. So I followed the instructions. I printed out the first 10 pages. This little Y modem didn't come with a manual printed, so I printed out the first 10 pages, which is mostly all about basic setup and basic, once you think you're set up, type in an AD command and it will tell you if you're connected to the internet and that you're going to be able to make a connection. I did that, and like I said, it took me about an hour between cats stepping on me, a UPS delivery, and then a FedEx delivery, and then me answering a call. So in the middle, I was kind of doing stuff. So I'm going to launch AnsiTerm version 1.9, and it comes up, it's very crude in terms of the font. It says dial. Everything's a little bit, it's not high resolution, at least from my eyes. And so you'll see that I've got a flashing AnsiTerm version 1.9. 30-day trial period, $15 registration fee. So anyway, Timothy Miller, thank you. If he's still actually collecting money for it, then I'll figure out a way to do that so I can buy it. But if it's not, then I'll find a place to download it. Let me make sure I'm focused in. I don't know a lot about AnsiTerm yet. I know the bare minimums to hopefully connect to the Darkforce for the first time ever, and me really ever connecting an Atari TT that I've owned here to the World Wide Web. If you want to call it that. It's the internet. World Wide Web, is it the same thing? So let me open up the video just a little tighter, and we'll focus in on the screen. And I think you'll see it enough to get the picture here. Let me scooch over a little bit. Okay, cool. Oh, man, this is tight quarters. My belly bounced into a speaker. Okay, so what I need to do is, there's a blinking cursor down here. I need to type in some commands. So like I said, there's setup you have to do on this. I set it up initially at 300 baud. I then switched it to 1920 or 19,200 baud on this device, and then I had to go into AnsiTerm and also set it to 19,200. So I'm maxing out, as of right now, the speed. From what I gather, there is an HS modem version 7 that will, if you want to do some tweaking, I don't know if there's a hardware tweak you have to do as well. I'm not going to go there, but something about you could double that speed. I don't think I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to be happy with the 19,200. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in ATDT and then space Darkforce minus sign BBS period DIN DYNDNS .org, and now colon 1040. I found this address at a 2020 BBS site that has a listing of all these different bulletin boards. I actually watched a video at first, and he put in colon 520. But then I found something else later that looks like it is newer that says 1040. So that's the one I'm going to type in. Hopefully one of them works. Hey, 1040 ST. Anyway, let's hit return and see what happens. Connect. BBS Express. It went fast. Darkforce BBS connection confirmed. So I'm connected. That's a good step. Choose your video column width, 80 or 40. I'm going to choose 80. There's also a help. I'm going to select 1. Welcome to the dark. Oh, that went fast. It said welcome, and then brr, and then now it's colors. I couldn't read anything. I'm going to have to slow the motion down on Darkforce. Everything's so quick and speed. I'll have to watch what it said. There was some numbers and letters. Apparently, I'm up on Darkforce now. So it says enter your user number or handle, or new if a new user. I'm a new user, so I'm going to type in new. Return. Can your display do 80 columns? Yes. Darkforce new user rules and regulations. Okay. Insulting others is not allowed. Got it. Piracy is not allowed. Got it. Dark Lord reserves the right to delete accounts. Got it. Neither Dark Lord nor any user of the system will be responsible for damage done to your property as a result of files or messages stored on this BBS. Got it. P for page, S for scroll. So I guess P. I want to see another page. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. F, pornographic material. Does that include asterisk? Can I say it? I don't know. Boobies? I mean, we spelled that on a calculator as a kid with, the numbers. So I said it. Back in the olden days, there was asterisk versions of that. That's probably considered pornographic. It's just a very dithered down, low resolution version. So none of that. No obscene language. Is boobies obscene language? Well, I haven't typed anything. It can't hear me, I hope. So I think I'm okay. This is an Atari-based BBS. That means that while we support all of our users, Atari owners and users will be the special concern to us and will receive extra special treatment. The Fuji lives. You're damn right. I love Atari. I've got friends that are Commodorians and Sinclairians. I'm Sinclairian too. But I love jabbing Commodore people, and my buddies that love Commodore jab me. I attend an all Amiga show every year called Ami West in Sacramento. I'm one of only a small handful of Atari people that attend there, and I get beat up a lot. But it's worth it because I do have fun and we do have a good time there. Anyway, so we get special treatment here. That's cool. And then all users are subject to verification. Okay, got it? Press any key to continue. Do you want a permanent password? Yes. What is your real name? So I'm going to turn this off for a second. You don't need to see this part. I don't want you logging in as me and posting an asterisk something and then get me booted. I'm not going to allow that. So hold tight. All right. I went through all the trials and tribulations. It asked for me to type in my real name, my address, my phone number. It then confirmed my age. It wanted to know a little nitty-gritty about me, which I typed all in. When I did that, it then brought me up to this Darkforce Info News board. This little device, just so you know, it says on it connected. It shows my internet router name. It shows the time. It's counting down or counting up. And it says even Darkforce BBS. So it's showing a little of everything on there. It looks like I can hit A for system bulletins, today's events, game scores news, survey section, the special, user stats, Atari facts, the list of 10 Atari vendors, and BBS stats. Well, let's check the stats. J. The current time is 3:24:56 p.m. Not here, but apparently there. So he must be. I'm in California, so I don't even know what time it is. It's probably around 1. The current date is 2. Oh, this says. So there's apparently this computer died back when we hit 2000. Remember, airplanes were going to fall from the sky. It says the current date is 2/28/99. Ooh! So apparently this has a little complication. Anyway, total number of messages 56,161. Total number of calls so far 55,819. Total number of calls this month 183. Hey, that's a pretty good number. Total number of calls last month 165, so it's beating last month. Total number of calls today 6. And the last caller was Android 8675. I've seen that name before someplace. Press any key to continue. Did I hit the space bar? Yeah. Okay, it's drawn. So take me back to the... So this is your works area. Sorry you have not made it onto the list of 10. Okay. Your choice. Please enter X to access the main. So there's a main menu and this menu. What's the difference? I thought this was the main menu. If I can get back to this, I'll do it. Let's hit X. Apparently there's a tick, tick, tick. No bombs found. According to our records, your last logout was incomplete. If you had a problem with the BBS, press... hopefully I just hang up. The latest entry from Graffiti Wall. That went fast. A deep thought of the day. Here's looking at Euclid. That's funny. It's telling me some jokes. Did I disconnect? Does X disconnect? Apparently, well, you have 66 pieces of mail. Okay, no, I'm not disconnected. That's a lot of... How can I have that many pieces of mail? Press any key to begin... shit! I can't read that much. December 2021 Dark. It's taking me back to this old email this month. Attack of the Pesky Robots. So apparently, hopefully I can get out of this. I'm going to hit any key. How many? Here's a lucky number. December BBS. So it's how do you get out of this? I hit escape. Escape should do everything, but it's not. A return. Oh shit! It's gonna go through every email. Oh no. I shouldn't have went here. I may have to turn off the camera and go through these. There's I don't know enough yet. I don't know if there's something I can click on to get back to the other screen. What's X do? No, press any key. Well, that other thing, there's a page, X. No, there's not a pair. Oh, page scroll, quit. I'm in the damn messages still. I put quit. I guess I only quit that one. I don't want to read. I want to go back. Hey, Biker Bob, I've seen that name before too. He's on some of the groups, the Atari forums. But I want out of this. Quit. So apparently I'm going to have to go through every 66 of these. So I'm going to turn this on. Because I don't want to disconnect you. I want to make this my first connection. So I'm going to read some of these and then scroll through some of them. So hold tight. Yell right now. Tell me, what do I hit to get out of reading the messages? I don't want to read them. H? You stupid boy. I shouldn't have deviated. Okay, I'm back. I got into so many troubling things. But I found my way back to the Darkforce info news. And then there's other main menus. There's places to find all sorts of stuff. I'm going to have to learn things all over again on BBS because it's been a long time. But there's system bulletins, today's events, game scores, survey section, the special, your user stats, Atari facts, the list of 10, Atari vendors, and BBS stats. So we've already checked J. Let's go to A for system bulletins. Okay, it has the system bulletins. Enter bulletin number to read or Q to quit. The latest news. Latest news. This was originally posted when Darkforce became operational again after shutting down from 2000 to 2004. It's being left in place for historical purposes. Okay, cool. Quit. Now, how do I get back to that other screen? Quit. Okay, that's how you... Okay, so today's events. Let's see what's on today's menu. Today's events. These are historical events. Stardate 1238.8. The 28th day of the second month, February of the year 1999. That's what it says. The first day of the week, Sunday. So it's got some info. Darkforce BBS birthdays. It looks like 1968 Outcast. He's a little younger than I am. 1849 first steamship enters San Francisco Bay. Thank God that one's older than me. Okay, scroll. No, a page. I want to see a page. It's got some other info. 1956, that's older than me. Errors. Press any key to continue. Okay, user stat. Atari facts. Now, how do I get back to that main menu? Oh, your choice. Please enter X to access the main menu. Last time I did that, I was in trouble. But here's how it does it. Last time, it took me into all those messages. Oh, and there was a lot of them. So, browse file selection. Apparently, you can download files express scan new files, list message bases, first base with new messages. So that's a lot of email stuff. Hot Atari Telnet music, the graffiti wall, monthly prizes, access the CD-ROMs. I believe he has a Nakamichi 7-disc changer, if I remember reading someplace, and he probably has files on that, and I bet you somehow he's got it set up to where you can access those. There's email systems, feedback. You could chat with the SciSop. I remember that. And there's a few times back in the olden days I did chat with SciSops, view Darkforce news, users of the BBS. Oh, let's see maybe it's going to list names. And then we'll come back and we'll check out maybe the CD-ROMs, and then we'll call this a wrap. And there's other BBS lists as well. That's cool. Darkforce BBS user list. Exit, so 1. Control S to pause. I want to have it to quit. So look, here's all the names. Dark Lord, Mr. Mad Dog, Spiny. It has the state and city that they live in. Let's just scroll. See how long this takes. I should be the last one on the list, no? Unless somebody just joined after me. Look, there's quite a few people on here. Oh, yeah. Wow. Now, this is obviously historical, and probably people that don't visit. There's probably I'm going to bet anything there's a handful of people that connect to these daily. Just like on my Facebook groups, I've got over 3,000 members on my Sinclair Society Facebook group, but there's more of a couple handfuls that actually do stuff daily. Play games of the week and things like that. Holy crap, this list is long. I should be the last one. Now this is going at 19,200 speed. So if we were up to double the speed, it would be going double the speed, I guess. I just saw the name Wong in there. That's probably Wong CK or something like that. I've seen that name over on the Atari forums. Come on, get to me. There's somebody called Bandit, Tech Cowboy. These names are going way too fast for me to know. But it's kind of cool. It tells you roughly where they are. So apparently, I'm not on this list yet, unless it puts you someplace else, because I'm Atari Society. That's the username I'm going to go by on here. And I didn't see that. But anyway, okay, press any key to continue. So that was a pretty big list. Exit. Let's see what kind of files. Let's go to the file section. B. Do they have them separated by games and stuff? I don't know. From any file, sig prompt, press question mark for some help. From any file, sig prompt, press H for extended help. Okay. Email address in case you have any hiccups. Any key to continue. Now entering the Darkforce file sigs. A lot of ASCII info. So here's stuff. Now apparently you could probably download these things. I don't know enough yet, but this is the 10 most downloaded files. Sculpture, Backflip, 8-bit cart, Cindy. Is that one of those asterisks that I was talking about earlier? Cindy. Music.com. Now I don't know how you get out of this. Any key to continue. It's going to probably keep doing it. Any key. Here are the list of files received since the beginning of the month. File section. There, TJ Ferreira, Atari Society. Files transferred 0. Okay, so that kind of gave me. So this is where you can enter file area. So it's got graphics, games. So this is where you could probably download stuff, which I'm not prepared to do today. But hopefully, I could just. Is there a queue for? Oh, files downloaded from CD. Oh, it's temporary. Is there a quit in here? Is there a queue? Can I quit? Apparently not. Telecom. I've got to select one. question mark. I brought up the same thing. Area. I guess I got to choose an area. Let's go to games. 13. Oh God. Do I do dir? Oh God, I'm gonna download. Enter file to download. I don't want to download. See, I'm getting in trouble. This thing's taking me back. Quit. Stop. QUIT. Stop. This file doesn't exist. See how much trouble you can get in? There's a lot of stuff for me to learn. Escape. There's probably a particular thing that, well, see, question mark you would think would bring up a way to quit. Well, this is taking me to this thing. Is remove note files 13 gig. Browse the help menu. I'm already there. How do I get back? Goodbye, log off. I don't want to log off. Exit the main area. That's what I want to do, right? Exit the main area. Choose go to next file area. Let's exit. Okay, Atari ID is your SIG area report. Okay. Thank you for browsing the Darkforce BBS. Fast. Okay, cool. So here's so let's end it at. I want to go look at the CD-ROM thing because that had me interested. That I think he's got like a Nakamichi. So which one? Access the CD-ROMs. A for Apple. Crawly Crypt. I always wanted to have a Crawly Crypt CD back in the day. Gemini, an Atari-based CD-ROM, and exit. So let's go to Crawly Crypt A. Your current CD-ROM selection, Crawly Crypt Volume 1, an Atari disc. You have 76 minutes of system time to. So this does a lot. It looks like it boots your ass if you're taking too long. It gives you a lot of time though. So and then I'm guessing you can log in right afterwards. I don't know. Select files and complete your downloads. So D for disk. I need to see what's on there. Oh look, it's got all these things. 20 for games. Return. CD-ROM probably being accessed right now. Crawly Crypt BBS. All these things are popping up. Holy Moses, there's a lot of text there. So I don't know if that means you can download some of these. Let's just, well then let's scroll. Scroll. At least I think I hit S. So it's got a lot of names. It looks like maybe the name and description. It is all lumped into one area. I probably should have quit because this may take a while now. And we may have to halt things up because I know how to hang up, I think. There's basically, I need to hit the plus 3 times in a row, I think, to hang up or something. Or ATH, hang up. So this is going to probably go for a while. X, stop, quit. So once you get a scrolling going, if you've got a long list, and a CD-ROM's got a lot of shit on there, let me stop the recording because I want to log off this and see if it says goodbye. Arrivederci. I want to see what it does so I get the whole kind of experience of logging in, investigating, getting in trouble, and then logging. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't want to select anything. Directory listing. I don't want to edit anything. X. I guess D. The directory listing. And then here, 0 to exit. Press enter or 0 to exit. Okay, that's good. Exit to main menu. That's where we're going. Now, is there a log off and exit the BBS log off? Okay, so thank you, Darkforce, for giving me my first BBS experience in a very long time. I think back in the past, I know I've telnetted through my Macs and stuff to bulletin boards over the decades, but nothing through an older computer connected with a WiModem type of device, giving you a very similar feel to dialing up in the old-fashioned days. So let's say we're going to do, it only says 21 minutes. I got 74 left. That gives you a good amount of time. What's that, an hour and a half, basically, it gave me? So X. Are you sure? Yes. Why? Would you like to leave a one-line message for other callers? Yes! Enter the one-line message below. Atari Society was here. What's today's date? 2/20. It's dated 29th. 25. I think it's the 29th. Or it's today. No, you can't. It's February. It's not a leap year, so it's the 28th, I think. It could be the 27th. I don't know what day. Is there a date on this? So we're gonna go with. I still have 29 in there. 28/25. 2/28/25. If it's a day in advance, that's fine. Is this correct? Yes, sirree. Acknowledgements. At this time, we would like to gratefully acknowledge those who've made the continuing existence of the BBS Atari ST hardware and software base possible. C+R Systems, Best Electronics, ATY Computers, Electronic. ATY Computers, just so you know, I lived in Livermore, California. ATY was in Oakland. I picked up many things driving there. Actually, before I started driving, my dad would drive there. They repaired a floppy, a 1050 of mine back in the olden days. So I know I've just bought from Best Electronics a Mega STE keyboard membrane. ATY I've purchased from BNC Computer Visions. This Atari that you're looking at, this TT, I purchased from them. And the box that it came in was labeled, addressed to Leonard Trammell. And I made a whole video about that as well, because I got a YouTube channel, and I call this Leonard. So there you go, BNC. I know the Bruce's very well. And other CompSys stuff, CompSys Atari Suddenly. There you go. Anodyne. Thanks for calling, and please be sure and tell everyone about the continuing existence of the Darkforce. No carrier? I believe I'm done, so I don't think I have to type in ATH. It says okay anyway. There you go! I've done it! I've successfully connected my Atari TT030 to the internets via WiModem, and the WiModem made my connection through AnsiTerm to the Darkforce, and I had a blast. Thanks for watching. I think I'll make future videos of me visiting all these other BBSs and show them off. So thanks for watching. Bye.